Welcome to my Wednesday ramblings. This week is the third week of the message series, What Are We Waiting For? We hear in our gospel passage again the story of John the Baptist. Last week it was from the Gospel of Mark. This week it is from the prologue of John's Gospel. John is called a witness, and that's a very beautiful way of describing the language that Isaiah used about the voice that would cry in the wilderness, prepare a way for the Lord. John comes telling us that he is the witness preparing us for the main event, the person who was making sure that we had opened our hearts in order to be able to acknowledge and understand the presence of God in our life and in our world. The gospel passage is a beautiful part of the longer passage, which is the prologue in John's Gospel. It's something that is poetic in many ways, but also reflective of how God and his plan for us is interpreted by John, so that the gospel that he proclaims, as he presented to us, is a gospel that really takes us deeper, so much deeper than the simple stories, into a very real understanding of why God is calling us. So when we're reflecting on the question, why are we waiting? It really is because from the beginning of creation, beginning of time, God has had a plan. And the plan was that Jesus, the Word, would come into the world. It's what we're waiting for at Christmas time. It's what we're waiting for each and every day of our life. And so as John tells us about, as a witness about the coming of the Christ, so too we need to be prepared in our own hearts and in our own lives. The gospel is about spending time with Jesus, spending time in his presence and getting to know and understand his love for us. So I hope this weekend you might have the opportunity to hear God call you, to know God's call, but also, like John the Baptist, to be willing to witness to that life, to that love, and to that mystery in our world today. Have a great week. I look forward to seeing you next week on my Wednesday ramblings.